All right, all right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We are live. We are live. We are live. Shout out to our member Lily E 420, Vic SW, members and mods. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys. Peekaboo Lives. Who else? Who else? Who else? Jen, welcome. Hoping for Answers is in the house. Sarah Silva, how are you? I saw Liz in here. Karma, Lane, welcome. Oh my gosh. Jen's like, I'm exhausted today. Bunny, shout out to my bunny. How are you? Hi, Rabbit and fam. Sorry I've been gone. Haven't been feeling. Oh my God, girl. You know what? That Letitia Stout trial, I completely understand. And if you're watching it, go support those creators because those creators are working, especially the ones that are actually giving commentary. You got the Glare, Ikamel, who else? Chasing Truth. I believe Chasing Truth might have changed her name. If you guys know Chasing Truth's new name, please. I don't want to mess it up. Who else? There's a lot of other good YouTube true crime channels that are doing right by that trial. Okay. So I completely understand, Bunny. We miss you, but I know at some point it'll be, the trial will be over. But yeah. No. Oh my gosh. Yes, Ikamel. Shout out to Ikamel. Okay, SW. Who else did I miss? Mystery. How are you, Mystery? Peg is in the house. Okie. Welcome, Okie. Ooh, Okie, I love your avatar. It's like Robo Rabbit. I love it. I love it. Hey, Deets. How are you? Okay, Deets, I tagged you on this video because I gotta shout you out on some stuff. Just so you know. And then I tagged Miss Heels as well. Okay. Kathy, how are you? Oh my God. Kathy, congratulations on your 1K. Very well deserved. You worked hard, my love. Congratulations. Yes, welcome. How are you? How are you? How are you? Who else? Who else? Who else? Did I miss? Who else did I miss? I didn't miss anybody. This live I had privated. Heels, I tagged you. You've been tagged, okay? Because you did something on a video that I've been meaning to show, and I was like, this is a perfect video to jump off on a topic that I wanted to talk about. Everybody come on in. Candy. All right, so I put a poll to see various topics of what we are all here for, okay? Everybody's, oh Lord, look at this. I'm already looking at it. So I got 33 votes, 44 people in the house. I know that the notifications are going in late and it's going to take people some time to get in here because I had privated this live and then I unprivated. So I know that it messes with their YouTube stuff. It is what it is. But all right, Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, some of you guys are here for various reasons. We got 4. So Fia is on the 29%. That's Saga. Seems like it's never ending. This whole little thing with Critical K, um, Sarah Dreyer and her family, it's Dreyer and her family, and then the Super Predator narrative. And I think that 3 of these go hand in hand in terms of topics that we're going to talk about, okay? But make sure while you're voting, please hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to 40 votes, and that way I can understand where everybody's at in order to start, okay? All right, I see 38 votes in the House, 47 people. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you. Via the fake. Oh, Lord. Now, you're not the Nunya. You're not Nunya, my mod, but you're Nunya. All right. Tinkle. How are you, Tinkle Tits? How are you? How are you? How are you? Oh, my God. I don't. Listen, we got to talk about that because it's being reported. And I cannot confirm. Yeah, this is why when I question it with a question mark. Are we sure? Question mark. Okay. Are we sure that that's the correct question mark? Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, okay. All right. Let me see where you guys are at right now. Where are we at these polls? Okay, we got 41 votes. All right, let's start with I guess we'll start with Miss Critical K. All right. So, oh my gosh, thank you SW for gifting memberships. Much love to you, and I need to pay attention to this chat as well. It's going. Okay. Let's go to Twitter land real quick because I'm confusion as well. And honestly, I'm a little confused. They're saying people have been saying that this woman lost her lawsuit. Okay. Now, my understanding is that this is a defamation lawsuit, and the family is the Christian Andracchio family. All right. Now, if you guys remember, Christian Andracchio, young man who died under suspicious circumstances. Now, I will tell you, I didn't know of a Critical K until I think she was already terminated from here. Maybe if anything, I probably didn't watch a whole lot. I've seen clips of her and I know that she's very probably 10 times more controversial than Amali Golightly. Uh if that's the best way to describe her. I had seen clips of her, right? But I don't think that I ever followed anything that she really did. I've heard different things. I saw the clip where she was calling Shanann Watts a bitch, yada yada yada, and that's her style. And I'm so glad that I wasn't around when that was going on because I'm telling you, I probably would have lost my shit too, you know? Just saying. So I was thinking, because I remember the Christian Andracchio case back when Kendall Ray reported it. I think if I remember correctly, Kendall Ray, who's a much bigger YouTuber, did like a documentary where she actually went to the home of the family and was filming the area exactly what happened. That's how I learned about Christian Andracchio and his death. Okay. So let me not get off topic, but I mean, I'm looking at Twitter. When I saw somebody talking about it on Twitter. Critical K lost her lawsuit. Couldn't happen to a nicer person. LOL. Now, if YouTube would get her off the platform, victims suing is what it is going to take to stop these assholes. Hashtag Critical K. All right. Justice for Christian, I believe this might be a family page. Today, a federal court ruled in our favor in the lawsuit against Karen Yax, aka Critical K. Hopefully, this is the first of many who will be held accountable for their intentional hurtful actions attacking Christian, his family. All right. This is straight from the Justice for Christian page. Now, I saw that people had posted some court documents as well. And I'm kind of curious to know because I'm telling you, when I was looking at these documents, even it said something about default judgment. So, default judgment would be somebody losing something, right? The court making a decision. So I'm just a little surprised that not a lot of people are talking about this, and this was literally posted 5 hours ago. and the page has 9,000 followers. Okay. I should probably follow it myself too. Justice for Christian. Okay. And again, this the mother of this young man was defamed, as well as him. Okay. And I always find that to be the trend here on YouTube. It seems like YouTubers, and maybe this is who this personality is as well. I'm just noticing the trend that in order to keep up with the rhythm, or keep up with or to one up with everybody, people are very controversial here, right? It seems to me that people always, they one up each other. So when I hear about this critical K, you know, based on what she has said and stuff, it makes me wonder, how did they take a book out of each other to one up each other? It's always been like that. Yeah, I'll bet that's what happened. She didn't show up and the judge kept giving her chances. Right. I did hear, and actually there was in the documents that she defaulted and had to pay, like she had to pay like $100. She didn't show up or something and had to pay $100. So help me understand, how does somebody who is in true crime, I swear to God, like I, it'd be the biggest hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? It's like the biggest hypocrites, right? To want to look down upon people and yet cover their cases. Right, deeds sound, but I'm just wondering, why isn't anybody, this is why I said question mark. I'm curious to know, why hasn't anybody talked about this? What's going on? Because my understanding is that this woman was like not very well liked on YouTube. So I'm curious to know where everybody lands with that. Why? What was tea? Was tea? And let me see what else. Let's see. What else is YouTube saying here? Ooh, shout out to Cinema. Cinema Shogun says she's actually has a multi-million-dollar lawsuit she's been focusing on, but she refuses to show up in court. LOL. She's trying to start YouTube beef so she can muster up some money for a lawyer. It's really sad, actually. He posted on the 7th. But other than that, I don't see anything too active. I mean, I know Miss Charlotte over there talked about it, but that's about it. I only see the family page maybe talking about it. Critical K lost her lawsuit, couldn't happen to a nicer person. That's another person out here. But I'm not seeing a whole lot. So I guess it's left to wonder. Let me see if I follow the hashtag where it takes me. Yep, nothing. So I don't know why ain't nobody talking about her. They did heels. It sounds like, I mean, I know that my understanding is that she started a channel and completely changed her name and whatnot and tried to kind of rebrand herself a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, we love them over here too. And maybe that's what she did. You know what I'm saying? Like rebranding or something. I don't know. I don't know. Just saying, hey CL. Just saying. I mean, but I feel like they all take a page out of each other. When I even Heels, you did a video on this woman a couple months ago too. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. Heels did a video. You just type in Critical K on YouTube and you hear all these, what you call it, like things that she has said, that bitch, yada yada. I mean, different clips, I think YouTube is at this point where they're catching up to certain behaviors. Here we go. This is somebody, not another T channel. Shout out to them.
She was just a bitch.
Janan,
I see it now. I see it. Clearly see it. I see it for what it is.
Yeah. Let's see. Exploiters of that. Shout out to this channel, not another T channel, guys. Make sure I subscribe to that. Look.
Hello.
So they like got clips of different things that she has said. They're giving commentary.
This case too emotional.
I mean,
people who thought that she possibly could have Munchausen, because it's not your fault. It's not your fault you thought that way. It's the Watts' fault you thought that way. It's what
And as well, I mean, it's great that we see the light now, that we've had that light bulb moment. It still doesn't take away the pain that it caused at the time. And I think she probably understands that, and that's why she states, I understand why people disliked me, hated me, why people may not even believe me now. She also opens up and shares a very personal story, something that she went through. Like I said, this whole stream, it was very emotional. Like, I feel like she really opened up and showed herself. But I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think she's doing this because she knows she has to do something different to be able to stay on this platform? She's actually ban evading the platform. She's really not.
You know what is so funny? And this was a video from 10 months ago. Ban evading. That is the same narrative. I'm starting to notice the pattern, right? From both sides. Mass reporting, ban evading, different little trends that people tend to kind of say, right? And even the behaviors that those that are ban evading, which I believe isn't it circumventing? Isn't that I could be wrong, but I think that that's the word. I get the sense that everybody that's like on another side of doing what they do, right? Grifting, heckling, strangling, what is it? Heckling outside of people's stores. What else? Life coaching. What else? Things like that. That they're always on this other side, right? I think for us, I think all of us, we all need to be a little bit careful too, because it is one thing I notice, and I think it's very easy for all of us to fall into some type of a trend, right? To try to one up each other. One thing that we have to understand here is it is about the click and the view, right? Although some people might not be making monetary gain to it, and that's absolutely fine. I could think of a lot of people that don't monetize their videos, right? But those that do, like myself, we are always competing for the right title, for the right thumbnail. Shoot, I didn't even put a thumbnail on this video. Things like that. How do we one up each other? And then at the end of the day, we're losing that this is somebody's tragedy, right? And so then you have these characters like, say, the Critical K, Molly Golightly, Bullhorn Betty, JLR, the Turtle Guy. All these people kind of come out and they outdo everybody, right? And it's not so much you get upset, I think, as a creator, because it's like your heart is in the right place, right? You want to bring awareness, you want to help out, you want to do the right thing. Thank you, Bug Love, for becoming a member. You want to do the right thing, and you don't want to get caught up in stuff. But it is really hard. And I think that a lot of us as creators, no matter what, well, especially if you're on this side of wanting to bring awareness and doing the right things, we have to be very careful to make sure that we don't accidentally teeter over there. Clickbait titles, things that are not true, right? Or making salacious, outlandish statements that are only opinions, but not actual things that we know, right? Things like that can get us caught up real quick, right? And all it takes is for somebody not to feel what you're doing to then expose you, right? Just saying. Yep. Let me see what this chat is saying. You guys are saying a lot. You guys are saying a lot. Oh, Lord. I hate thumbnails. I'm horrible at them. I love thumbnails, believe it or not. But I hate, like, sometimes if I'll come up with an idea but sometimes I could do a little bit better at it. I will say that. Oh, thank you. Wim needs, go get some coffee, Wim. Go get some coffee. But I don't know if anybody finds it relatable, and maybe it's even relatable to US subs, where you guys get really confused as well, right? You don't know. I think that creators compete with each other, right? So it's like we always have to one up, even though I love various creators, I know that this is a business. I can't forget that, right? I can't whatsoever. So I do basic things to try to monetize the video, little things aesthetic wise that can help the video, right? So I don't want to forget that. But at the same time, because I want to bring awareness to a story, it's about the victims or the person or whatever's going on at the time. But again, it's very easy to fall the other way if you're not mindful or more reflective of the way in which you do things, right? Or take feedback from people like your mods, your subs, everybody in the chat, right? I don't know. We're all someone's daughter or someone's son, and everyone is someone. That's why somebody should help everyone. Yes. It's not like an Xbox or a PlayStation. In reality, we only get one life. I couldn't have said it better. Jen says, I've accidentally subscribed to a few horrible channels. They ended up showing their true colors. And you tend to find out who that is, right? Like you tend to kind of figure it out like, damn, I really should not be messing with those channels or those people or whatever. Is there moral business or immoral business or moral business? Is there immoral business and moral business? I don't know. I guess it just really depends, Cash, on where you land with it. I mean, do you sleep at night or not after what you do? That's what it comes down to. Can you sleep at night knowing what you did? Could I sleep at night? And thank you so much, hoping for answers for the 199. Could I sleep at night knowing that, first of all, I would never express myself that way about Shanann Watts? It might get me super chats and super stickers and again, the teetering. But I could never like go to bed at night thinking that or saying things like that and being okay with what is being said. Even as a subscriber, I'm glad that I did not watch any of those streams. I watch now what was said before, and my understanding is that this woman basically was terminated, just like Miss Golightly over there. And not only Miss Golightly, but there's a lot of other platforms that get terminated for stuff like that, right? It's like a cycle, right? Well, they mass reported her. You have channels out there that say that, so you have to kind of be very careful. Why are so many people bashing Shanann on YouTube? Her poor family, I bet it kills them. Yes, but it's the same reason why YouTubers bash Shanquella Robinson without really knowing her. I don't know Shanquella, right? And even if why are victims bashed as a tactic for clicks and views? Let me go back a little bit to this clip, okay? This is what Miss K was. Look at Miss. This is Miss K's screen right here, okay? And let me make myself smaller. Here you go. You got Shanann holding her kids, parents over there, Chris Watts on the bottom, okay? She's the victim here. Her kids are the victims, okay? Miss K over here. Let me hit play. And again, not another T channel is the one that shows this clip.
She was just a bitch. I see it now. I see it. Clearly see it. I see it for what it is.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, SW, for gifting membership. Leanne got a membership, guys. Thank you so much, SW. It's the same with Molly Golightly when she pretended she was Shanann and was acting out. These people outdo each other. And it's starting to become kind of evident for me that it's like, oh, you in real life don't actually think this way. You're just a shitty person online, right? Like let's be real. You really do not feel this way. You're just a shitty person online. That's what it is. Okay. That being said, though, let me remove this. Twitter is I mean, the family page is making this report. I don't know the details. I'm a little surprised that people aren't talking about this whole critical claim. Now, I don't know what it means for the other lawsuits or how many she may have out there or what. She hasn't made a statement as well. And honestly, I don't really think people really care. Thank you, Peekaboo, for gifting a membership. I mean, do people really care? Do they care about critical K anymore? Do y'all care about this anymore? I don't think so. You know, I don't think people care. Just saying. Just saying. She's not the only one that was Lana and the truth. Oh, yeah, I heard. It's disgusting, yo. It is. It's just really sad. That's all. And it doesn't, to me, it doesn't get better. You have these people that outdo each other. We have to talk about, let's get into this, okay? So that is the information on Miss Critical K. I I feel like we need more information before anything can be confirmed 100%, but that is what the people are saying on Twitter. Check them out. See for yourself and let me know your thoughts. Doesn't she get into it with a lot of people? I don't really know her. Just heard I heard about her. I heard about that she's very like um who described, was it the Glare that said that? He said that she could smell blood in the water, kind of like the sharks. Thank you, Jen, for gifting. That's what I heard, Deets. That's what I heard. Confrontational. I saw the stream where she was wearing the crown, though. I was like, okay, you know, just say. Cheesy Weezy's like, she's crazy. She's always spoiling for. Did she? And that's what I'm saying. It's like, but an online fight? Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, with Christian Andracchio. That's what we know. Listen. This it's just for show. So she like the true crime beef channel, I guess. I don't know. Where it's like I'll say anything and everything at a shock value. Just saying. But yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And make sure you hit that like button for me. All right. We got to go to my girl over here. My girl Heels. I got to talk about this a little bit because she took the words out of my mouth. Do you guys remember I don't know, like a week ago? BHB said something about she would euthanize all the bad kids. The YouTube child advocate said that she would euthanize all the bad children. All of them. She's not a bleeding heart. She's a child advocate who sat next to senators and the president and she uses name brand toilet paper versus generic. This is the kind of personality that she is. This is who she is. Thank you, Chico, for gifting. She's the world famous YouTuber on the streets, right? World famous, very world famous. Heels did a phenomenal video that kind of took the words out of my mouth, and I wanted to give some commentary. You guys, make sure you sub up to Heels, okay? Listen to this clip because I swear that euthanized stuff that was said, I said this is right there.
Did you hear that? All 6 of them were going to commit robberies. And it is possible that they have already all 6 committed robberies in the past. All
it's
6
possible.
Of them. That includes Layla Silvernail, Camille, and the unidentified other 3rd victim. You did hear that correctly.
Mm.
The 4th challenge is to take back our streets from crime, gangs, and drugs.
Mm.
And we have actually been making progress on this count as a nation because
his parents better be very, very fortunate that those kids did not turn on him. Otherwise, one of the victims would have been only 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, he is now an assailant. He has committed an atrocious crime. He has taken a life. And while our laws here in Florida don't allow us to take his life, I still think he should be facing a capital murder and the death penalty.
Wow.
Often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No
Super
conscience,
predators.
no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heal. And the president is
This
You know, thank you, Chico, for gifting. I'm watching and I'm being distracted a little bit, and it's not showing me anything here. Super predators. Hilary Clinton quoted it, right? Super predators was essentially a way in which you would describe these gang-related kids, right? Committing crimes, doing drugs, dropping out of school, can't get an education, breaking the law. The kids, the urban kids, you know, the ones that needed the free and reduced lunch, like myself. When I was 15, okay, I was in a couple of diversion programs. Yep. I was in a center at one point. Yeah. You know. And I will tell you, it was always about intervention and prevention. Okay. But my situation was a little bit more unique. It was very easy for me. I was the kiddo that fell through the cracks, right? I needed an IEP. I didn't get an IEP. I needed more intervention when I was a kid. I did. I hated school. Hated school. Traditional education was not really for me. Not only that, we moved around a lot. So it was very difficult for people to really assess me the way I needed to. But because I landed in various different crowds of people and was trying to find myself as a kid, okay? And yeah, yeah. And so it was very easy for me to enter various systems, okay? If you would have told me in high school that I was going to graduate high school, right? Because I was literally in that bar. I barely, almost, barely graduated. It took a lot of summer school for me to even graduate. I literally did not know if I was going to walk. I moved out of my parents' house very young too. You know, I was at that point where nobody could tell me what to do. That's kind of how I was. And traditional education didn't really work for me. Okay. And these teachers didn't really do it for me. And it was so hard to relate to people. And it was so hard for people to understand that all I could do is relate to those that were in stupid shit, just like I was. I mean, that's just how it was. And nobody could say anything different to me, you know? But if you would have told me while I was going through what I was going through that I was going to graduate from college, that I was actually going to get my master's degree, that I was actually going to, get my undergraduate. If you were to tell me that then, I would have never believed you ever. Nah. Nah. No, not me. Not me. Not at all. Yep, Bama. So when I hear, hey nonsense, when I hear that, the super predators, the ones that can never be recovered, and as I got older, and as I got through school, when I would, get put in situations with juveniles, okay? Sitting in boards with juveniles, deciding whether a juvenile was gonna, serve the rest of their time in a treatment center or in a division of youth correctionals, reviewing their situation, reviewing their history, reviewing how many people failed this kid in life, who failed who, where was mom, where was dad, where were grandparents, what substances abuse, what did Johnny do, what happened to John? Oh, it was like It's like seeing the same cycle over, and over again, right? Similar to me, right? There was a race tone to euthanizing kids. Some kids are better than other kids. That's what it was. Some kids are super predators. And I bet half of you guys here would have fallen into that category of being a super predator. And you would probably, if the famous YouTuber of the world ran the world, y'all, we would have been euthanized. There's no chance. And it's so sad because there's still a lot of people out there that exist with that mentality that you are not worth any of it. And you call yourself a child advocate. To me, she's just like those characters, the critical K's, the Molly Golightly, say anything and everything that will stick. Mm-mm-mm.
Idea that our children can become thugs and start victimizing people in communities, and then killing teenage kids to rob them for weed. That to me, somebody should have to give their life. And it's sad
Wow.
because there's 16 and 17-year-old that will probably do life in prison and not face the death penalty when what they did was disgusting.
They literally have not had an opportunity.
Yep.
We should focus on them now. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now.
Yep.
And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created.
Interesting.
Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out.
It's the bleeding hearts.
That right there. That right there. If all you know, because we are all products of our environments, right? If all you know is what you are offered, we fall through the cracks. Mine was my education. It took me a while. I was reading the 6th grade and I still struggle with reading sometimes. I found out about my severe ADHD later on. I found out about my focus issues. I had no idea. No idea. Some stuff is not interesting to me. Just being real. It's crazy, right? Patty says, I am a bleeding heart. I am a bleeding heart. Sure is. Sure is. So it always kind of gets to me that I'm like, these people that, the child advocates, true crime warriors, the critical K's, the Molly Golightly's, the whatever, that take it to another step to push whatever agenda it is that they having no clue. You don't know those kids' lives. They committed they're being charged with such horrific crimes. I don't take that from them. You don't have to be a bleeding heart to know that people need to be held responsible for the things that they do here, right? Trust me. I very much see that. Absolutely. I'm not a bleeding heart, but there has to be hope for minors. And trust me, I've seen kids commit the craziest, and I say kids, because when you actually review files and you see, oh shit, okay. Johnny was born in a one-parent household, okay? Some of us were born in a one-parent household, okay? That's one thing. Then Johnny was abandoned at the age of 2. Johnny's sister was drug exposed. Okay? She requires mental health services. Maybe she has AFS. We don't know, right? And we're expecting Johnny's sister and Johnny to be successful throughout their life, right? And to have life so linear when Bullhorn Betty has had her life just linear, right? Just linear. Nah. It doesn't take a bleeding heart. You don't need to be a bleeding heart to understand that kids, even the bad ones, are the future. We need to help those kids become what they need to become, future taxpayers, whatever it is, overcome whatever. If they failed, we failed. Right? I don't have to be a bleeding heart to choose to engage my fellow man with compassion and empathy. Right. Right on. Absolutely.
Wanting to save children. Some children are not worth saving, and I'm sorry. That's just
the street safer. I don't care why someone is a malfactor in society. I don't care why someone is antisocial. I don't care why.
some of us are too vicious to live amongst the rest of us.
You were the one that brought up the word super predator about young black youth. And that's a term that I think was it's been horribly met, as you know.
And we need to euthanize them.
You know, and the thing is yes, Trump, it was horribly meant. Okay. But so was when he got up and he said that that my people over there on the border, some of them are rapists. Okay. These people up here, this is why I don't take any of these people. I don't have a lot to say when it comes to these political people. I really don't, right? But I just think it's interesting that people will speak on things or give opinions on experiences that they've never really had. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny to me when I see debates like that back and forth. It drives me a little bit crazy. That's it. That's all. But you know, it is what it is. Oh my gosh. Thank you. All right. And expect those kids to function at the same level as the other ones with all the same privileges handed to them at birth. Absolutely. Right? If I struggle with reading, okay, and Sally over here, we're in the same grade, and she's doing great. She's acing her whatever. She's gonna go to college. She's, I swear, I would when people would ask me about college in high school, I just didn't see it in my future. I really didn't. But Sally was excited about getting into college. When I knew that I can actually comprehend basic math, and I'm serious. That's how just did not understand. Like I couldn't understand processes. You couldn't show me long division because it was just too intimidating for me. And one thing I learned, and this was actually a math teacher who taught me this. He said, there are no bad math students, but they're very shitty math teachers out there, right? If you don't have a good educator that can teach you the way in which you learn, and that's the thing, it's like Sally who, does her ACTs and she sits there and she does what good for Sally, right? Good for Sally. Me, rabbit with ADHD, reading at the 6th grade level, I have no chance. I have no chance. Not at all. Not even comparable. Not at all. Nothing, no standards were set for me. If you put me in a room with somebody like Sally, it's just not going to happen. I disagree with that. I can't do simple math to save my life. Let me tell you, look, it's speaking of simple math, right? They got them doing math. Look, I used to cringe when we had long division and I couldn't figure out why. And I had to figure out the problem to make sure that there was no remainder at the end. Do you know how intimidating that was? I used to spend hours trying to figure it out and I could not. And why? Because I couldn't do multiplication. And why? Because I also couldn't do addition. And why? Because I didn't know shit about subtraction. I was SOL. I'm serious. It literally took me forever. And once I'll never forget. I went I got into a trade school after high school, right? And it was like a remedial math. These were remedial courses, right? And he was teaching me, and he would look at me. He's like, "What?" And I really wanted to learn. I sat in front of the class because I really wanted to understand the concept of long division. And the teacher would see me there struggle, 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 and I had to stay after class until he can show me how to do it. And then once I got to a point where, all right, I'm able to advance to the other math class, I was scared to. I was scared to. It doesn't stick. You're autistic? I mean, and there is new math. That is so intimidating. Somebody brought me some new math. I said, what is backwards division? I'm still struggling with long division. What's backwards division? Thank God for iPhone calculators because I can't do it, you know? Yes, teachers make a world of a difference. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dyslexia. But anyways, I digress. I'm sorry because I'm thinking of, heels got me thinking about super predators and pockets of kids and where I landed and how I've read, family assessments and assessments of kids and social histories. And when you're sitting there and you're having to make a decision about a kid that's going to get committed, for whatever crime they've committed, or they're going to get treatment or whatever it may be, that's interesting to see somebody just so loosely say to euthanize kids versus sitting down and really thinking about the bigger picture. We are, as humans, very complex. We are not easy. We're very complex human beings. Nothing about us is easy.
Them like we do the vicious dogs. And that's how I feel. I don't think an age changes what's in their heart, in their mind, and in their soul.
Girl will never learn. And you know what? It's not even that. And I just think that she does shit on purpose at this point. I think that she likes to be controversial. She does shit on purpose. I think that that's what she aspires to do. She wants people to talk about her. I think that that is something that she took from the Molly Golightly, you know? No, she's not. I don't think she is. But hey, I mean, she does have a collection of, you know, really great um glamour shots out there, multiple mug glamour shots out there. Hey, it is what it is, you know? The irony of it all. The irony of it all. Look, okay, let me skip over here. We got to go to Dietz real quick. Because Dietz has done some fabulous videos right here. Dietz, thank you so much, guys. Check out Dietz. This one right here. Let me hit this like. We have Sarah Dreyer, okay, who has been missing. I want to say, don't quote me on the days, but I think it's been at least 5 or 6 days since her missing. Can somebody let me know in the chat? Because I can't remember if it was it 4? Hold up. I don't want to get it wrong. Give me one sec. One sec. She's been missing for a couple of days now. Actually, was last seen April 10th. No, she's been missing for longer than 4 or 5 days. All right, so my apologies. Thank you guys. And we saw some of this kind of go down. I was watching a couple of creators talk about this, that JLR, is stalking the family. Okay. Stalking the family. Thank you so much. Yes, since April 10th. So several days, weeks at this point. If we're on the 19th, she's been gone. Um, they're looking for her. Okay. You have creators not only trying to insert themselves in the family, but stalking the family, creating conspiracy theories. Girl over here, you know, this lady right here, again, shock value, trying to, wave some kind of conspiracy theory about what happened to her. She was respectfully told to move the fuck on. Okay. In short, like the family said, YouTubers, whether you're world famous or not, move the fuck on. We don't need you. That's what they said. They said, move the F on. Move on. Move on. That's what they said. So girl is like, thank you, Chico, for gifting. And who else? I've been missing a lot of the gifts, guys. I'm sorry. And who else did they? I mean, she's not moving on. She's still inserting herself in it, right? Creating conspiracy theories about it, still trying to make herself relevant to it. I don't know if she thinks that like is it kind of like this? Is it like she's world famous because you can't get the fuck rid of her? Like she's world famous because you can't get rid of her. Almost like bed bugs, If anybody knows about bed bugs, you know how when you get bed bugs, you can't get rid of them and you got to do a bunch of stuff to get rid of them? Is it kind of like that? Like you're world famous because you're kind of like a bed bug that tends to multiply and then, they mate and then they grow and they're disgusting and then they start biting on you. And so when you're like, let me spray down and clean everything out and wash everything, and you still can't get rid of those suckers? Is it like that? Is it like you're so world famous that we're going to remember you because everybody knows? You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to bed bugs, a hemorrhoid? I cannot. I cannot. Thank you, Claire. There's not enough likes. Y'all better like this. Just saying. The only thing you could you could kill bed bugs is with the high heat for hours. Thank you. Blank screen is like, you're making me itch. Well, I'm just saying. Like when she said I'm the world famous YouTuber, is it because people can't get the fuck rid of you? Like bed bugs? Girl. Anyways, let's continue.
At all. Your ego is so inflated that you believe that they're focused on you guys, on these world famous YouTubers.
Bed bugs have pretty inflated egos. Not that I would, I'm just saying, like, don't you think that a bed bug is kind of like, you imagine this. You can't get rid of the damn bed bugs. It's like, all right, it's over, bed bugs. I've been bitten. You've infested. I'm ready to be done with you. They got pretty inflated egos. Let's euthanize the bed bugs. Well, damn. You said it, Jess. You said it. Not me. But let's go.
That no one has heard of. How can you not see what you are doing to a victim's family? How?
Right. So this family, I don't think they understood exactly what they were doing. But this girl here, I'm looking into this case. She has drug and alcohol problems. She has drug.
What? Why? Why are you saying that? Where?
Drug and alcohol problems. Has the family made a statement about that? Have they said that Sarah had drug and alcohol problems? Have they? I mean, chat, let me know. Did they make that statement that they said we're concerned about, our daughter, our sister, our wife, or whatever it may be, or all? She has drug problems? Or is she just putting that out there because that's what sounds good? Right? Well, but the family asked them they don't want any of YouTube's involvement. Why can't that be respected? When he did the whole thing with the Murdoch, Buster was like, I'm Buster's girlfriend was saying the same thing. Thank you, SW, for gifting. Buster Murdoch's girlfriend said the same thing. There's this weird looking guy who looks like he's 15 stalking me. Okay, he's like stalking me and he's following me everywhere. He needs to leave me alone. And Buster gave a statement. What the family said, is that not equivalent to a statement? They want to be left alone. Thank you, Chico. And even if, I guess I'm confused, even if she did have substance problems, if the family hasn't released anything, why is it any of our business? You know? Yeah. Yes. Yes. It's in a statement. Is the Kate, did the family put that out there though, that this young woman is dealing with drug problems? Or did they put the statement out to say, leave us alone? Because that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Yeah, right, Sinner? Well, blooded, we don't really know that, so I want to be careful what we put out there, because I don't think that that's a fact. So let's be careful. Just saying. Just saying. I believe through a friend of the family. Okay, Dreamers, but Dreamer, the family has not put that out there. That's just what a family friend said. Cheesy said, no, BHB is digging, and she said that. Okay. Right. Exactly. Let's keep watching.
Where is your proof of that? You're just going to spout it out there, put it out there for your audience to believe with no facts. I found zero proof that there's drug and alcohol problems. All the time we hear you claim, I do my due diligence and do proper research. Where's any proof of this? Here's a comment from the family Facebook group where they're replying to someone else and they say no substance abuse. So where'd you get that lie, Betty?
She has drug and alcohol problems that we're learning on the backside of this thing. So
wow, I think Betty has drug and alcohol problems. What if I ran around saying that? I think you have drug and alcohol problems. In addition to being a bedbug. But that's just me. KB says, I don't believe a word BHB says, and this is a missing person, period. She needs to be found regardless. Right. Because honestly, right. Thank you, Cape. Honestly, even if that's the case, it is not our place to put that out there. It's not. Why is defamation of a victim like the thing that we do on YouTube? And it's not just her, it's a bunch of people that do this. Christian Andraco, Critical K. Molly Golightly, various victims. Orange Man for All, various victims. Okay? They put out things out there. For what purpose? Clicks and views. She essentially is giving us permission to to attach whatever we want to her? Well, I think so, Deets. I could say, am I going to be sued for defamation and slander? I'm still waiting. I'm sure Duty Ron is still waiting for the cease and desist when he never mentioned her name. Are we going to get sued? If you could put that out there about a woman, why can't I put that out there? I think you have drug and alcohol problems. I think you're a huge wino. Okay? I think, why not? Why can't we do that? This family is not even preoccupied with us. They're preoccupied with finding their loved one. The last thing we need to do is pull some bullshit like this. I'm just saying. I think so. I'm just saying. No. Blue Apple says, well, I'm fine with going after a creator. We don't approve of her actions. If this girl's family doesn't want YouTube involved, maybe pick another case to discuss. Otherwise, you're just as guilty. Let me understand this. While I'm fine with going after a creator, we don't approve of her actions. Well, this is not an echo chamber, right? And this is commentary. Ain't nobody going after anybody. I'm not. I haven't said I was going to go after, Bullhorn Betty or anything. I'm giving commentary. And I don't think that she's asked for anybody to approve her actions. She's never asked us for permission or anything. But respectfully, we're allowed to commentate. If this girl doesn't want YouTube involved, it's not just discussing the case. There's a difference between reporting on the case and actually going to the area of where this person is believed to be at, right? You have people going to the site to go look for her. You got people, not just this case, but various cases where they have been asked to stop. And so for all of us, I don't think I speak on my own. We have various creators here in this chat that will tell you, look, I'm giving commentary to this behavior. It's not going after. However, this is giving commentary to her behavior, not the case. There's a difference. Blue Apple, there's a difference. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, there is a difference. I agree. I agree. Definitely. I can just say I'm talking with someone behind the scenes and they told me that's a legit source, I guess. No, deets. No, and I understand because you do your research, girl, so I get it. I get it. Let me see who else. She's actually interfering in the case, and the law needs to focus on their work to find this woman. Got you, Blue. Got you. No worries. I agree. People insert themselves a little too much. Yeah, that's an insertion. Like, you know what I'm saying, Blue? It's like I can understand if the family said yes, the more the merrier, whether it's YouTube or CNN, Fox News, whoever it is. But they respectfully asked to be left alone. And honestly, these people have given YouTubers a bad name. I don't have to go to the site of a missing woman. Heck, you have creators that are giving commentary to the Letitia Stout trial. They're not in the courtroom, but they're giving commentary, right? We don't have to go and actually bother or interfere or heckle or stalk or protest in front of anywhere if we're solely being creators that are reporting on the content. They can give you this babba blabba bullshit about you being a journalist. That's the problem. Because somehow people put that title on and it allows you to go above and beyond. That's not cool. I'm not down for that. I'm just saying. It's not my job. I can report and I can say different things, but it's not my job to interfere with someone's life because I wouldn't want that. I don't want bed bugs. I don't want a Bullhorn Betty in my house. And some people don't know how to maneuver through the system. I'm telling you, if somebody like that came after me, girl, the Bleachy, the Pamela Anderson extensions would be gone. Okay. Oh, happy birthday to Duty Ron. Is Duty Ron in the chat? Huh. Well, happy birthday, Duty Ron. Thank you for the $1.99. Make sure you tell him happy birthday in his chat. I'm like, I don't know. Is he in here? Is Mr. Duty Ron in here? Shout out to Mr. Duty Ron. Happy birthday, sir. Just saying. Okay, let me move on to the last, and you guys make sure you check out Deets. No, I guess I just got a $1.99 super chat for Mr. Duty Ron. I don't know. Thank you. It's your birthday. Well, shout out to all the birthdays. Shout out to all the birthdays. All right, so y'all are messy. My goodness. Well, I'll make sure that if he knows that we said happy birthday on behalf of everybody here in the chat. Okay, one thing I have to talk about, and I want you guys to go ahead and check out Deet's video as well as Heels in the Air. I tagged them both in the description box. Check them out, okay? Check them out. We have to talk about one last thing before I head out. I'm going to do a little rabbit twerk for everybody that purchased a membership. I'm sorry if I missed the thank yous for buying those memberships. I appreciate you, and I'm sorry if I missed you and did not shout you out. The chat was going pretty fast, and I'm over here with you guys. Um, Lord, okay, guys. Happy birthday, Mr. Duty Ron. Thank you for the $2. Are you guys being funny now at this point? Y'all are too much. Y'all are too much. All right, we got to talk about. Oh, he's our friend. He's a friend of a rabbit. Well, thank you. He seems like a cool guy. I've never really talked to him, but shout out to him and happy birthday, Mr. Duty Ron. And thank you for the $2. Make sure he knows the message. Okay, he's a friend of Rabbit. Okay, I didn't know. All right. All right, let me get to the program because I got to end here pretty soon. Let's talk about Fia real quick. So, yesterday it was a lot happening with Fia, okay? Fia called the blogger and I uploaded that video where she essentially was trying to entice her to give her information about another YouTuber, okay? I don't know. You got to watch the video. I refuse to talk about Madeline McCann or Julia for that matter. At this point, I'm like, there's nothing there. The lady is clearly not well, and she's not Madeline McCann. However, there was an artist that came to my channel and she did an exclusive interview. This artist is alleging to have been scammed by Fia. Yes, I saw that. Spaz Bobby saw that. I think that I'm down for bringing awareness to what this woman is doing online. She's using whatever resources she has to intimidate people, and that's what she's doing. Okay, and clearly she has a lot of resources. I mean, don't forget she did interview Julia with Dr. Phil. That's what they wanted to do, right? To bring some level of awareness. So, I think it's important. Who's in the chat right now? What's going on? I can't. Who's in the chat? Can somebody tell me who is in the chat right now? Lord have mercy. Hold up. Who? SW, let me know. The lady, the artist lady? Oh, okay. Fictitious Fia? Fia, if you are, you can always hit me up on IG. I've already messaged you, girl. You can hit me up there. That's what you can do. I don't know. But regardless, this is kind of where I was going before I was distracted. So to me, it's not a problem bringing awareness to Fia. I'm just not tagging Madeline McCann or Julia to it anymore. I do think that Fia there needs to be an awareness to the stuff that she's doing. She can't be walking around intimidating people, and then using it under the name of Madeline McCann and using people. Like I said, she's well connected as far as resources go, but I'm just going to say it. If there's more to this story with the artist, and it looks like there might be because there's other people that have been scammed, this is what I'm hearing, we'll definitely keep talking about it and bring awareness to it. And that's kind of where we're going to go. Now, what's going to happen? I'm not really sure. Fifi is not in the chat. Yo. Hold up. Lord have mercy. Y'all are too much. But anyways, I'm going to head out, guys, because it's getting late. Let me go ahead and do a little rabbit twerking before I head out. Fia knows where to contact me or whoever the hell wants to talk about the situation. I had no problem. You let me know. And that way we can schedule something and, we could keep it up here and people can ask you in the chat was tea. Well, you guys let me know anything else is up. You guys know where to contact me. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much to my mods, everybody that purchased a membership, SW, Chico, Peekaboo. Who else? If I missed you, I am so sorry. I'll find out when I review the chat. You guys have a great one because I'm out. I got to go tend to Miss Baby Bunny over there. Bye, guys.